Jesus. 2 Corinthians 12:7-9. And I read in Jesus' name. Amen. St. Paul says, but to keep me from being puffed up with pride, because of the many wonderful things I saw, I was given a painful physical alignment. Remember, St. Paul is somebody whose hanky was healing people. He said, I was given a physical alignment, which acted as Satan's messenger to beat me and keep me from being proud. 3 times I prayed to the Lord about this and asked him to take it away. But he answered, my grace is all you need, for my power is greatest when you are weak. I'm most happy then to be proud of my weakness in order to feel the protection of Christ's power over me.
You are a mighty man in battle. El Shaddai, you are a man. Can you just be sincere? Jehovah Jireh, you are a man. El Shaddai. Let the worship arise. Glory to your name. Audio Nasa Melua Audio Nasa Melua Audio. What you said to Jesus, Nani Jesus, Nani Jesus, Nani Yanga. Can you be sincere and say, oh, Audio,
this health talk, I want us to do the first physical thing we do, because for you to be alive, you must be about and moving. I want you, not less than the number I say, I want you to go round and tell 50 persons, how is your health and how is your life? 50 persons. I didn't say you should start one place. Go round, move around. Coming back to your seat. Come 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 back to your seat.
Tell your neighbor, oh. Chukwandia, Osekamwadi.
Praise Master Jesus. May the good Lord put the joy you have experienced throughout this program and even now in your life in the mighty name of Jesus. Like I said, all spiritual things has been concluded for this section. So we go to the physical thing called health. You and your health. Please, so quietly sit down as the king you are. Why I ask you to walk around is because one of the things that kill human being is when you live a redundant life. So your spirituality makes you redundant. If God wants you to be redundant, He will not give you legs to walk about. And He found out that for your heart to be strong, you must move about. So what is health? The topic says, you and your health. I'm going to tell you because we didn't say diabetes, hypertension, you and your health. So I'm going to tell you tips that will make you live a better life in the work you do, as a professional, as a spiritual person, and I'll talk a little more about what stress is doing. I'll take a leaf from what our financial manager talked that creates stress in your life, especially when you use your money to buy liabilities. That liability may end up becoming stress in your life. So first, what is health? World Health Organization defines health as not the absence of sickness. So what is sickness? We all know. If you say, I have fever, you are sick. If you say, I have headache, you are sick. You say, oh, malaria mosquito has bitten me, so you are sick. I have typhoid, I'm sick. So when you do not have this, you say you are healthy. World Health Organization says, no. It's not the absence of what we call sickness, but the total well-being of the person. When you do not have any form of infirmity in your life. So as you wake up this morning, I do not have that physical sickness. I do not have emotional sickness. I do not have social sickness. I do not have mental sickness. That's the only time you will say, I'm healthy. So if you follow this definition, is there anybody that is healthy? I thought they'd say Christians speak positively, but if you say no, it means you are not speaking positively. So you can say yes. So you find out that I will try and tell you what is physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental health so that you have perception of what I'm discussing. When you do not have any of those things, you can say, I am healthy. What is physical sickness? I've just told you. You wake up in the morning, you have this biting headache hitting your head. It may be because of anything. It may be because you have not eaten food. It may be because you have not slept well in the night. It may be because you have malaria, typhoid, anything. That is physical. Or it may be that your two legs are broken. That is physical. So when you have any of this, you are physically sick. What is social health? Social health is that if at the age of 18, as a young man, you cannot boldly see a girl and say, how are you? Hello? I say I'm not a spiritual man. Medicine is carnal. But I will use my language as a Christian, so I won't say something that will bite your heart. But follow and understand me. If at the age of 18, you cannot boldly tell the next party, next gender, how are you? You are socially sick. If you, as you are in this Brother Gibson Institute, you notice I didn't thank Gibson because I'm not here spiritually. I will thank him. Medically, I will say him I wish good health. We'll talk about that later. If as you are in this institute where you are doing mentorship, how many days have you been doing this? How many days now? Even if it's today, and you have not made up to 5 friends you have not made before, you are socially what? Sick. Because no man lives without someone. As you are passing, you will see somebody who tells you good morning. How do you reply? A morning, go. You are sick. If you are socially healthy, it means that if I see this sister, if I go to brother and say, brother, he's not a Muslim, so they won't cut my hand. I say, sister, how are you? I extend my hand. And she folded behind her. She's socially what? Sick. Why? Either because she's afraid of what brother will say. He's shaking the hand of a man. Shaking the hand of a man, is he a sin? So if you now allow that your spirituality to pocket you and cage you, you are sick. Because simply what it means that if sister is sick and we are here, and I'm the nearest person to her, she will be afraid to come close to me when people are looking and say, I'm not feeling fine. Because she's afraid. That fear has introduced sickness into her life. You are here, your husband is not here. None of your relatives is here. And you suddenly fall sick. Or suddenly you are not feeling well. And you need someone to help you. Maybe you are even having so much pain that you need to get to hospital. Let's assume that. And you find out that the only person nearest to you, you can say, please, I want to get to that hospital at the gate. It's a brother. And you do not want to say it so that they will not say he followed the brother out of the gate. You are socially what? Sick. If you are living in Lagos and you are relating to in your prayer group, I didn't say you should marry from your prayer group, especially women. Because when you go to your prayer group and nobody marry you, you say you see them, they go to their village and marry. Nobody join prayer group to come and marry you. Hello? I told you I'm not a Christian. No. So you find out that if you are in your prayer group and suddenly you befriend all the girls there, and when you want to marry, your mother in the village tells you, you must come home and marry. And you now tell that girl you have proposed to. You see, my mother say, you are socially what? Sick. I think I'm just to tell you about your health and sickness. What he does is that you as a minister in that prayer group, as a leader, anytime they call you to speak, and the sister stays in front and your eye meets his own, he may not remember what you say because guilt carries you. As a leader, you must not allow something that would distress your heart. If you must do it, there must be explanation and understanding. So this is social health. Now, what is emotional health? Emotional health is that, I don't know how many of you have been following what is going on in social media. A man who has facial bumps trained a girl for 7 years. And the mother and the father of the girl never knew she has a burnt face. The girl graduated, finished. At the point they want to get married, the girl say, no, I can't marry you because your face is what? Burnt. The man will be emotionally depressed. So the man is emotionally what? Sick. Have you asked yourself how somebody who has an SUV with naira falling like water, a good SUV is not less than 20 million. I'm sure if you check your account, you may not have that money. And then somebody who has it will come and park it in third level bridge. Look right, look left, look back, and take a plunge into the water. He may have emotionally what? Distressed. So ask yourself, why haven't you jumped into the ocean? It's because you are somehow emotionally balanced. And it's only the grace of God in a country like Nigeria that can keep a man balanced. What of mental sickness? I will just give you definition, then I will go into the tips. In a room like this, rain is not falling. I tell somebody to stand behind me and hold umbrella. Because he's a guru and a master, they held the umbrella. Weeks passed, months passed, years passed from holding umbrella. He comes to theater, I say they should hold the umbrella. He goes near the wall, move down his theater gown, and peace. Is he mentally well? So sometimes mental sickness is not the madness you see on the road. It's in you. Once you do anything that is aberration of the act, you are mentally what? Sick. So that's what World Health Organization says. When all these are normal in your life and you are sure, then you are healthy. Ask your neighbor, are you healthy? No wonder but people are still healthy because God keeps people healthy. Today, I'm talking about you and your health and the challenges you bring and how you cope. St. Paul has done everything for us. He says he has physical alignment, element in his life, but God says his grace is sufficient for him. So your grace will be sufficient for you. Now, he found out that the greatest problem we have in life, stress is actually what brings most of the problem a minister or an executive officer will have. What is stress? It's a normal reaction of a human person. It occurs to every human being. In fact, your body is designed to experience stress and to react to it. When you experience such stress, there are factors in your body that makes you adjust to it. And when you do not adjust, you break down. So as a minister, as a professional, as a director, when the stress of your work comes to you, you just have to adjust to it. I want you to bear in mind that you do not have money, it's stressful. And also if you have money, it's what? There's the kind of money you have, you will not live in a better. Because when you open your door and see people standing in front of your gate, you will not come out of the house that day. Why? They are waiting for you. What is that? Stress. So, what is the tips you need to do for you to stand with what you are doing? I'm still come back to stress, but I want to start telling you tips about health. One, I will relate it to what Christians do. Maybe in this program they have told you to fast 6 to 6. I will do a little calculation for you. If you eat according to the advice, I will come to that later, you are not supposed as an adult to eat after 8 p.m. in the evening. 8 p.m. Anything you eat after 8 p.m. is punishing your body. Let me put it this way. Once you lie down to sleep, blood is diverted to the essential organs in your body. The brain, the heart, the kidneys. Blood does not get well to your stomach and the intestine. So if you eat by 11 and lie down, that food is packed in your stomach because it can't be taken away. Your digestion becomes very poor. And that's why you notice most men who eat late in the night, their tummy begins to grow because it stretches the muscles of the stomach. You are really supposed to eat last 8 p.m. So if you now decide to fast 6 to 6 and you have eaten 8 p.m. in the night, from 8 p.m. from 8 p.m. in the night to 6 a.m. is how many hours? 10 hours. From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. is how many hours? So how many hours have you starved yourself in 24 hours? 20 hours. Are you healthy? You and your health. Are you healthy? No. The best meal to eat in a lifetime is your breakfast. Your body is like an engine of a car. You wake up in the morning, you put key and start it and move without checking your brake, looking at the tire, checking the water. If any of this is lacking, the car will do what? Crash on the road. So you are bound to crash. Not eating your breakfast means that there is no water in the radiator of your car in the morning, and you put key and start that car and move. Will it get to work? Answer me now. Don't be angry with me. I told you I'm not a Christian. Because a Christian that is the Christian. Me, I'm a carnal man. Talking carnality. So you find out that you as a Christian who is fasting is stressing your body. But why do we fast? I'm still going to, because like he told you, I'm a Christian. I'm a charismatic. I practice it. I live it. But why I'm saying this? Because I want you to understand the principles of what you do and how do you manage it. Remember what Jesus said? He said this kind of problem is only sorted by what? And prayer. You find out that when you have programmed your heart and mind to fast, the stress source in your body, because it's already stressed not to eat food. That's why everybody is open for stress. And it has adjusted. They have dynamics in the body that stands the stress. Once you say, I want to fast, and you make up your mind to fast, and you start the fasting, the stress source in your body, hope that protects you, comes into action. Even though you have not eaten, I don't have to mention technical terms. Indirectly from your liver, from your pancreas, glucose is pushed into your body. That's why when we say you do fasting blood sugar, we say it before 9. Because the fasting blood sugar you do by 9, that is 80. Without eating food, you do it by 11, it may be 120. So where did the glucose come? The stress source in your body has pushed your sugar up to keep you alive. Now, unfortunately, what some of us do not understand is that you are starving yourself if the purpose for which you are fasting is not met. Because at a point, you find it's only the grace of God that sustains you from not eating food. And then when you do not obey the principle of the fasting, it becomes what? Starvation. So, as a Christian, as a professional who is doing the work and want to have good health, you must eat your breakfast. And if you must fast, you follow the principles of the fasting. If not, you are living in starvation. So the best food you are going to eat in life every day is what? Breakfast. Unless you have indication not to do what? Eat. The second tips about good health is sleep. You must have enough sleep, whether you like it or not. When you are doing vigil, Brother Gibson will tell you what will happen when you are doing vigil and how the Spirit of God will start to protect you. But I want to tell you that you must get enough sleep. A minimum of 8 hours in 24 hours. I'm just told to tell you about tips of good health, not the tips of blessings and spiritual. Brother Gibson will continue that in mentorship class. My own mentorship is food and good health. So you must sleep 8 hours. 8 hours. What happens when you sleep? I told you when you sleep, blood is diverted to essential organs in your body. And those essential organs are what keeps you alive. That's when the blood goes there and when the cells of that body replenish itself. You notice that if you are doing things you did not sleep, after a time, Even when I'm talking to you, you will doze off. Your body is just telling you that you are wicked. Now, if you decide to do a vigil on a Friday night, you start a vigil. And the vigil ends by 6 a.m. Most vigils end by 4, 5, 6. And then you rush to market. You are very wicked. I'm being sincere. Tips about health. So I have not told you not to do vigil. But what I say, after the vigil, not going to market before 12 the next day will not make your business. I agree with my financial brother, but I disagree with him that you must work for your money. Sometimes you'll be alive to work for the money. Hello? When you finish the vigil, you meditate on what you have done. You go home, take a very good shower, lie down and sleep. The God who made day and night allow men to walk in the daytime and sleep at night is a wise God. Do not turn God's directives upside down and say you are a spiritual man. God still directs the affairs of men. If you finish vigil, beautiful. If you have spoken to God, you have talked to God, you have asked God for blessing, and have called God for everything, you go home, lie down and do what? Sleep. The customers you will have in your shop, because of the blessings and favor that follow you in the vigil, will wait until you open that shop. If you suddenly rush to market, and then as you are opening the door of your shop, and you collapse, they will rush you to hospital. You may be there for 5 weeks, because you did not have just 5-6 hours sleep. And that shop you are rushing to, will you open it? Men still have stroke. Hello? So if you adjust your time because of your spirituality, you will adjust it the other way because of your nature. Men are meant to sleep. The same way that a man is meant to die. I saw a 96-year-old man, and he told me, I do not want to die. I said, Daddy, I agree with you, you should not die. But I just told him one thing. Both in life and in death, as long as your life and death glorify God, it is what? Gain. St. Paul said to die is what? Gain. So if you've been alive at 96, glorifies God, live on. But if at this age you die and you glorify God, Daddy die. You say, what did I say? I started from the beginning, because if I start from birth, you will say I wish him dead. I say, if you are alive at 96 and you wish to continue living, if he glorifies God, live. If he does not glorify God, I won't complete what I told him. Because there is no need being alive and you are not useful to yourself, you are punishing everybody around you. That is the sweetness of life. Everybody say, when we die, we get to see the Lord. But you do not want to do what? Die. And if you do not want to die, sleep well. If you sleep at the right time and sleep appropriately, you will not die to sleep inappropriately. Because when you die, you will continue sleeping. The sleep will never end. We are begging you to sleep 8 hours. You say it's too much. When you now start sleeping and then nobody wakes you up, it becomes too small. Sleep. Get enough sleep. And I say it with all emphasis, especially women among us. You use all kinds of wicked cream on yourself containing steroids. But a good sleep for some time makes your body more beautiful than those creams. If you sleep well, wake up, you feel fresh, your skin opens up, blood. What makes you beautiful is the nature of your body. The cream just changes your complexion. But it is the good food and the sleep you eat that make. That's why you see somebody who is dark in complexion. They say this one is chocolate color because it's natural. And you see somebody who is fair, you say, the skin is fair. Once you tone it up, even women around you will know this one don't bleach small. Sleep. Good sleep. So in the emotions of praying and doing the spiritual things, please try and get enough sleep. The next thing I want to tell you about tips of good health is water. 75% of your body, as you are seated there, is water. Water. W-A-T-H-E-R. Water. Someone has asked me about water therapy. I'm sure most of you have heard of water therapy. That is fallacy. There is nothing like water therapy. Listen to me and don't misunderstand me. If I'm in Scandinavia island where the temperature is -8, will I bring water in the fridge and drink? I'll freeze. Now you are in Nigeria where the temperature is 37 degrees and you are sweating and somebody tell you take a cup of hot water and drink that it stretches your body. The enough heat in your body, has it not stretched you enough? So when they read what they say in Japan, Iceland, they transform it to what you are doing in Africa. It is not the same. That's why we say ignorance kills a man. Habit knowledge is dangerous. One, if you go under the sun and you are sweating, you are losing water. Your body is hot. That's why water is coming out to see if it can cool your skin. And you get water that is natural temperature and drink. You drink 2 bottles, you will not feel okay. But once you get a bottle of water that is cool, before you finish half, you feel as if you have come home. Because your body heat comes back to normal. You are a warm-blooded animal. So your body regulates itself. Under the heat, look for shade. Under the cold, look for warmth. So whichever water you are taking should depend on the temperature around you. But most importantly, drink water. If you wake up in the morning, some people will say, how many quantities or how many gallons or how many cups of water do I drink? No number. It's not as big as I am. That's small child is. If I tell you 2 liters, we are not the same size. What you are going to do is that you wake up in the morning, pick water. Don't go and look for water in the fridge. Morning when you wake up, the environment around you is natural. Don't go and boil water. Just take normal temperature water. Drink it. Of course, your body, you are intelligent enough to know when I have taken enough. You do not take it until your stomach is like this. Once you take a cup of water, 2 cups, your body will tell you I'm enough. That keeps you alive. You do not need food in the morning to drink water. No. Water. For every food you eat, you must drink water. Within the time you are eating, after that time you are eating, you must drink water. You notice that with water, your system will become very well protected from stress and from things that happen along you. Water is the most important thing, and that's why water is free. It's men that are making money from it. I traveled once to Switzerland. We said, where do we buy bottled water? The doctor that was escorting us said, which water do you mean? I said, we need to get bottled water to drink. He laughed at us. He says, you Africans are the ones selling water. He pointed on the road where we are passing. He said, this water is made for drinking. You see drinking. Tap on the road. Drinking. Drinkable. You see the other one? He said, for general use. I said, why? He said, for people may get here, say their leg is dirty, wash their leg. They can wash their car. They can do anything. They do not want you where you are washing your hand and leg, you contaminated drinking one. You just go there, you see one cabinet by you, open it, you see disposable cups. You drink water. That's how important water is to humanity. Eat natural food. Lagos is the worst thing that has happened to me. Me. I don't know about you. Why did I say so? I remember when I was in the village, or anytime I go to a village with my mom, to see my mom or see my people, the food I eat in the village is not what I eat in Lagos. I tell my wife sometimes I feel like leaving you people in Lagos and go to village and stay. He say, why? I say, just because of food. He say, you are not serious. You want to eat your mommy's food? I say, no. He said, oh, I want vegetables. So somebody will just cross the garden and pluck ogo. Before you know it, there's a vegetable soup. You will see the natural taste. And when you want to bring ogo here, say you want to eat ogo, it may have been bought 3 years ago. And one woman in, I don't know the nearest market here, has been sprinkling water from the gutter on top of it to keep it fresh. When you finish, that vegetable that has everything in it has died, shrunken. And they cook it, they say, oh, wonderful vegetable soup. It's a wonderful poison. In the village, they want to cook for you. They use natural things. Here, half of the ingredients in the soup is here. I see belly leaf. Women who don't know the spices. Somebody who does not know how to cook will now keep adding all the spices on earth to make food sweet. We went for an occasion. I don't really, there are a few Lawansi people who are here and know me. I have disciplined myself. I will come to that later. How not to eat. I don't eat food. They know me. You ask me why I'm still adding weight. That's why for the fact that I don't eat. I will tell you why. You found out that they cook in a party and this food is very sweet. You ask yourself, why is this sweet? Say the person know how to cook. I say, wait. What taste does the food have? Is it natural? You find out white maggi has killed the pot. And they tell you as an adult, minimize salt. What is the composition of white maggi? Sodium gluconate, sodium bromate, salt. And you say it's sweet. It's that. I'm not saying you should not eat in patio. But I'm saying, if you feel the food is not good, do not eat it. If you eat natural food, you may not need Panadol in your life. Everybody is sick. But have you asked yourself why a pregnant woman in the village goes to the farm, pregnant, where he is farming, he will deliver the baby. Both the woman and the baby are alive and healthy. You that is in Lagos will go to hospital and deliver. You and the baby, we are doing night vigil for 2 of you to survive. Because issues have stressed you. So what do you do? Because at the end of the day is, what do we do? You control what you can control. Manage what you cannot control. Limit what you put in the food you eat. One good thing about this tongue is that when the tongue tastes a particular thing for a long time, it becomes used to it. It becomes natural to eat. If you swallow salt today and you feel it's sweet, when you eat food without salt, you will never be satisfied. So develop your own pattern of cooking. And any other food that does not suit what you eat, do not eat it. I told you I do not eat. That is not the whole truth, though. I love food. But what do I mean by I do not eat? I carried my dead body to one part of the United States where they gave me a rice. Do you know the sauce we used to eat that rice? Honey. I'm sure 90% of us are Igbo. You are using Ofako. You are using stew to eat rice. Their own rice, Patmatis, you know how sweet it is. The sauce to eat it is honey. That's what they eat here. You have no option. You eat and eat and eat. When I came back, I was